Nottingham Forest absolutely furious with referee Michael Salisbury's decision to award Matheus Cunha's controversial goal after his Manchester United teammate Bryan and Mbeumo handled it. Gary Neville couldn't believe the decision. Michael Salisbury deemed it accidental, handball. What did you make of the decision, Dermot?
I think it should be disallowed. I think it's handball. I think that's, if your arm's out there, I get it. It hits his hip, it strikes his arm. But if you look here, his arm's out. When it finishes, his arm's in. And his arm's out there, but then his arm comes in. And it almost stops. It creates that opportunity for Mbeumo. I think at that point, he's very, very clear. He says, I think there's a handball offence. I think he's controlled it with his hand. He sends him to the screen. He does everything he can possibly do. And then it's Michael's choice.
My initial reaction is the same. For me, it's handball. Man United have definitely benefited from it. And when it comes across, like Dermot said there, OK, it has hit his thigh and his arm, but we don't know what is hit first. I don't think you can give a penalty there. I mean, sorry, I don't think you can give a handball there. It's just, it is a shocking decision, like Gary Neville said. Block dropped to Cunha, obviously, and he's put it away. But Man United's benefited from that. That should be a handball. We always talk about as well, like, you know, referees taking responsibilities and sticking to their decisions.
Cunha's body language, himself suggesting it might be disallowed. We heard Gary Neville there, Michael Richards and Roy Keane also felt it was a really clear handball. We want to know, can you explain the referee's thinking here? What was his thinking? I
go back to what I said, Hayley. You know, they've got this notion that if it strikes a part of the body and flies up and hits your hand, it's not be given. We've seen many times where a penalty's not been given. But what it done, if you see that, I think the difference is here, it does strike his thigh, but if you look there, he's got the ball trapped. That's not flying up and hitting his body. He's, in my opinion, he's cushioning that. Yeah. He can do no more. You know, it's then up to Michael, but for whatever reason, Michael's obviously thought, it's hit his thigh first, I'm going to give accidental handball. Give an accidental handball, he plays on. Maybe
even to Michael and say, listen, and explain what's actually happened there. Because, like you said, Mbeumo has clearly controlled that ball with his arm. And it's not, maybe it's not intentional, but they've benefited from it. That's what people are going to say. And I don't think you can give an opinion there.
Well, that's what he's paid for, unfortunately, Jay, isn't it? You know, he's paid to give his opinion is it handball or not? So that's a little bit unfair on me. He's paid.
No, but I'm saying when you're getting help from VAR as well.
He said to him, he feels it's handball because he sent him. Yeah. Michael feels it's not handball. So vote's 1-1. He's backed himself, hasn't he? So I just look at that. It's for me, it's handball.
It's not like, so it wouldn't be 2-1.
No, the vote's 1-1, isn't it? So he's obviously thought, I'm going to back myself. I get that, you know, and at times, you know, vote's 1-1. The assistant's told me something. I think different. I'm going to back myself. He took the wrong choice because I think Matt Donahue has done everything to say, look, here's your opportunity to have a look. But he had a look and said no.
What do you think he's given there?
Well, it's not the same.
He's given a free kick.
But, well, it didn't happen in the middle of the pitch.
OK, but it should be the same, Dermot. This is the whole problem.
Jay, wait. A, it didn't happen in the middle of the pitch. And B, it's not the same decision because in the middle of the pitch, it's not a goal.
The decisions anywhere on the pitch should always be consistent. Don't matter where you are. It should always be the same. So, in my opinion, that in the halfway line is going to be given as a handball.
Former Premier League referee Dermot Gallagher has finally broken his silence on the controversial VAR incident during Manchester United's dramatic 3-2 victory over Nottingham Forest, admitting that the Red Devils should have been awarded a clear penalty. The incident, which sparked outrage across social media and among football pundits, occurred during the second half at Old Trafford when a Manchester United attacker appeared to be brought down inside the penalty area following a reckless challenge from a Nottingham Forest defender. Despite huge appeals from United players and supporters, the referee waved play on while VAR surprisingly refused to intervene. The decision instantly became one of the biggest talking points of the weekend, with many fans accusing officials of robbing Manchester United once again after another controversial VAR call. Replays shown after the match appeared to show obvious contact, leading to widespread criticism of both the on-field referee and the VAR officials. Now speaking after the match, Dermot Gallagher has admitted the officials got the decision wrong. The former referee explained that there was enough contact for the referee to award a penalty and believes VAR should have instructed the official to review the incident on the monitor. Gallagher's comments have only added fuel to the growing frustration among Manchester United supporters, many of whom believe the club continues to suffer from inconsistent officiating decisions in crucial moments. Fans flooded social media following Gallagher's verdict, claiming the former referee had confirmed what everyone watching the match already believed. The controversy overshadowed what was otherwise a thrilling Premier League encounter at Old Trafford. Manchester United secured an important 3-2 win thanks to goals from Luke Shaw, Matheus Cunha, and Bryan Mbeumo, while Bruno Fernandes once again delivered an influential performance in midfield for Michael Carrick's side. Nottingham Forest also had complaints of their own during the match after a possible handball in the build-up to United's second goal was checked and allowed to stand. However, the denied Manchester United penalty remained the dominant topic after the final whistle, with debates over VAR consistency continuing to intensify. Many football analysts have now questioned how VAR officials failed to recommend an on-field review despite multiple replay angles appearing to show a clear foul inside the area. Gallagher's latest comments have further increased pressure on Premier League referees and VAR officials, with calls for greater accountability becoming louder after every controversial weekend. For Manchester United fans, Dermot Gallagher's verdict feels like confirmation that their frustrations were fully justified.